everybody, welcome to Odd Pod. I'm Dan and I'm joined here by my good friend Steve.
Hello.
And we did a list recently. I told you to do a list of you could think of anyway, the top forgotten 80s cartoons. So I've made a little list, you've made a little list, and the kind of cartoons, some of you probably will remember some of these cartoons, but most likely you either completely forgot about them or never knew they even existed. So yeah, and it's quite sad to know some cartoons have been forgotten in time. So yeah, we did a little list of the top, or what we could think of anyway, of our lost or forgotten 80s cartoons. So you got 8 of them, didn't you?
I managed to think of 8.
And some of them we might, because we don't know what each of us are.
Yep.
So some of them we might already have of each other. So you might only really have 4, because there might be ones that I already have. You never know. So so I'll go to my first one.
Your first 2, yeah. Yeah,
and if you don't know it, there's a laptop right in front, so feel free to look at the intro or look at a picture of them, just type it in, and you can see what I got. And if you heard that noise, by the way, that was the postman delivering something. So yeah, the first one I have is a cartoon called Popples. Popples was released in 1986 to 1987. And it's based on the popular yet weird toy line of the same name. I remember Popples. I didn't watch Popples. I remember the toy. I remember the
How do you spell it?
P-O-P-P-L-E-S. And obviously there'll be a video or a image or something on this video for each one we show. Do you remember Popples? As you can see there. See, it's the toys I remember of Popples. I don't remember the cartoon.
No, I've never seen this.
They were quite popular, the toys, actually.
It's like a psychedelic Care Bear.
It's a bit, isn't it? But yeah, that is Popples.
Never heard of it.
So, it was quite short-lived. September 13th, 1986 to June 27th, 1987. And by the way, just to remind you, some of the cartoons on one of our lists, they may just be released America only, maybe, but obviously we don't cater to just our nostalgia, it's to yours too. So if they are just America only, that's fine. Obviously we didn't see them because of that, but they still are forgotten cartoons. Second one I've got on my list is Fraggle Rock, the animated series.
Familiar.
I loved Fraggle Rock as a kid. I never knew there was an animated series.
So I remember getting confused with Muppet Babies. Muppet Babies.
That was good, everyone remembers that. But yeah, I did not know that there was a Fraggle Rock cartoon. It ran in 1987, I don't know when till, but 1987, very short-lived apparently.
Okay.
But it just says, at the height of their popularity, the Fraggles were given a cartoon spin-off based on the live-action HBO show. Unfortunately, this adaptation of the Fraggles failed to catch on and was quickly cancelled. So, very forgotten, but apparently, because my girlfriend Sam, she said she remembers this cartoon, but I don't.
Now you're saying it.
You can look for a picture if you want of the animated series.
It does seem familiar.
But no, I loved Fraggles. I loved anything to do with Jim Henson stuff, Muppets, everything like that. And I never knew there was a Fraggle Rock animated series.
And I'm telling you why. Yeah, it does seem familiar.
Yeah.
And I've got image of one of them with yellow legs and red stripes. I don't know why.
I know that's not.
She seems really. The one with the big hair seems familiar.
Oh no,
Red.
You think of Red, yeah. Well, Red,
I think so.
Yeah, Red's a big character. But all these characters are from the live action one, so maybe that's why you
That's
recognise
probably
them.
why, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I do remember the cartoon.
I don't remember the cartoon. Like I said, it was very short-lived, so maybe that's why we didn't see it. I don't know. Do you want to do one now?
You do your next one and see if it's...
One more for me then, okay.
Yeah.
My third one is Mr. T, the cartoon.
I don't remember the cartoon, but I think I had the action figure from the cartoon.
Wasn't an 18 one, though.
I don't know. Because I know it was definitely Mr. T, but...
Okay. Well, this one ran from 1983 to 1986, and I'll give you the plot is beautiful, by the way. Just listen to the plot. And if I was saying to you, say this never existed, and I was saying, right, I have an idea for a Mr. T cartoon, and I said this to you, would you be in? Because I would. 80s icon Mr. T and his bulldog Dozer lead a children's gymnastics team around the world where they must fight crime and solve mysteries. That sounds beautiful. A children's gymnastic team fighting crime with Mr. T.
But why is he taking these children to fight crime?
With his bulldog Dozer.
I'll teach you how to be kids. I just get one belly.
That sounds beautiful to me. I wish I saw this as a kid.
Oh my god. Right. Actually, no, it is an 18.
It was an 18.
That is the figure that I had.
There we go. It was an 18.
Right, okay.
But The bit that just got me was just the leads of children's.
Again,
children's
it sounds
gymnastics
familiar. I
team.
mean, the thing about Mr. T is that he looks the same in every single thing he does.
He's got a very.
He is
certain
Mr.
look,
T.
yeah.
It's just Mr. T. You know, alright, he has a different name in the A-Team, but you know.
But yeah, just that plot summary is beautiful. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I want to see this cartoon. Right, do you want to do one now?
Yes, I will.
Right. So what have you got?
My first one, drum roll please. The Shoe People.
Shoe People. There we go.
Originally released in April 1987 to 1988.
I watch Shoe People.
I remember the Shoe People a lot, and yeah, I can't remember what the theme tune went like. Something like that. Yeah.
My girlfriend Sam really knows that one, so she knows that off by heart. But yeah, I had a VHS. Do you know where you had those VHS tapes as a kid, where it was like an episode of a load of different cartoons, like one episode of Count Duckula, one episode of something else, and Shoe People was one of them. And yeah, I like Shoe People. I thought it was a good one. They had a clown shoe, policeman shoe,
a tramp shoe.
Was there an army shoe? There's
Yes.
a ballerina shoe, definitely, a pink
yeah.
ballerina shoe. And there's a Wellington, I think, as well.
I think there was. Oh, no, I remember where they lived. Wellington, wasn't it? Or something like that.
I can't remember.
But I always remember at the same, roughly. Well, actually.
Wasn't there a sheriff one? He had a sheriff badge or something.
Yeah, I think
Maybe
so.
I'm wrong, I don't know.
I don't know. I also remember not long after, especially in the early 90s, that sort of remind me of it, was, do you remember the candy that came in the shape of a shoe thing?
Street Feet.
Street Feet. That was it.
I was looking on eBay recently to get some because I really want them to review, but I can't find any. Yeah, they were called. I'm pretty sure they were called Street Feet. There was like a blue one with cool shades on and stuff
And
like that.
I remember the red one as well and stuff like that.
I
Yeah.
love them.
That's what they reminded me of. They reminded me of the Shoe People when they were out.
But yeah, Shoe People's a good one. I like that. Do you want to go for the next one then?
Go on.
The next one, number 4 for me, is Paw Paws. Paw Paws originally run 1985 to 1986, and the plot is a tribe of Native American-esque bears use their mystical powers to fight against the evil sorcerer Darkpaw. I loved this cartoon as a kid. I remember this one.
Paw Paws?
Yeah.
Like Paw
Paws, yeah, just like that. And yeah, I remember this cartoon. I really liked this cartoon as a kid.
I don't think I've ever seen
And
this.
yeah, it's just Native American bears, and it was just really cute.
I've never seen it.
I don't literally remember characters. I don't remember bits that happened. But
he seems really familiar. The one with the big hair.
yeah, he was like the chief in the thing.
I actually remember that.
Yeah. But I remember watching this quite a bit as a kid. I really liked this cartoon, and I thought it was.
Oh wow, yeah, I think I do remember that one.
Yeah.
But very, very, very vaguely.
Yeah. It was good. I liked Paw Paws, but yeah, the chieftain, because I saw it a few years ago, because I got your nostalgia bus just then a few years ago, and the chieftain was a big thing, and one of the main bears caught my eye, and all the memories came flooding, and yeah, so Paw Paws.
Paw Paws. I do very vague. It's the chief.
Yeah.
He looks familiar.
But yeah, I really liked that cartoon as a kid. I don't remember anything about it. I just remember I was watching it and I did like it. So what's your next one then?
This is probably not as forgotten, but I mean, I think it is when a lot of people talk about 80s cartoons.
Because when we say forgotten, one that either people just aren't talking about anymore, or one they just don't remember even.
And obviously people mention Transformers, Thundercats, He-Man and stuff like that. But very, very, very few people remember BraveStarr.
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 I had a feeling I was going to put BraveStarr on my list, but because you've mentioned it a few times in the past, I thought Steve's going to mention BraveStarr.
I just think he was like one of the best heroes ever. Just like he just goes, speed of the puma, eyes of a hawk, strength of the bear, ears of a wolf.
Very, very vaguely remember watching BraveStarr. I don't think I watched it. Maybe I only caught an episode because I don't remember it at all when I was a kid, really. I have a vague memory of a horse or something. I don't know.
It was the horse that turns into like he stands up on two legs and he gets like a
vague
shotgun
memory of
and
it.
stuff like that.
But
It was
I've seen
really
the intro
cool.
and stuff since and all that, and it looked like it was quite cool and
It
different.
was,
for the time and
yeah.
everything.
It was sort of like I don't.
Was it Wild West or was it just in space, like Wild West in space?
It was a Wild West in space,
Yeah.
and I suppose that it's sort of that quite funny because obviously in like say Toy Story, you had Woody who's like the cowboy who all kids used to be into cowboys, and then as Pete said in Toy Story 2, then Sputnik went up and everyone was interested in space, so why not just do cowboys in space, you know? And that's what it was. And what was also quite was because one reason why he had all these powers is he was Native American.
Okay.
So he had like, I think he was like some sort of like, you know, I'm not going to say cherry, he could have done that day because that's what's
A
common.
lot of Native American have the old animal spirit, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's how he got his power, because he was connected to that sort of spirit sort of thing. That's how he got his powers, because he was connected that way.
But why can his horse
stand
up?
His horse, well, actually his legs were mechanical.
Oh, they were, weren't they? I remember in the intro bit, yeah.
And that's how he'd sort of stand up and they'd lock into place. But that only happened every so often. And he didn't start with the horse. It was the horse was someone he met.
Ah, okay. Did they release toys of BraveStarr?
Yes, they did.
Did you have any?
I didn't have any, no.
I bet the toys are rare.
What they did, what was quite interesting, they actually started off with the BraveStarr movie.
Oh yeah.
And that was the first episode.
Ah.
So it showed you the origin and stuff.
So in a way, it's a cartoon based off a movie. In a way,
I think it was a straight to VHS or a TV movie.
So it was like a pilot,
yeah,
kind of thing, a long pilot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
there's the toy there. Okay.
And
cool.
I remember all these characters. So yeah, that was the.
But I guess it is kind of a forgotten.
It's just not as remembered as much.
No, I've not heard anybody saying, "Oh God, do you remember BraveStarr?" It's
yeah.
like nobody really talks about it. It's Thundercats, it's He-Man, it's all that. But BraveStarr is kind of very under the radar in that way. So yeah, I count it as a forgotten 80s cartoon in a way. I like that. Yeah. Good, BraveStarr.
BraveStarr.
Right, my next one is Galaxy High School.
I remember you showing me this.
It was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. It was on, I think when you first did your own podcast.
It might have been the podcast, maybe.
It was a podcast. It was. And nope.
No. So September 13th, December 6, 1986, so it's quite short-lived, I guess. It says the series revolved around Doyle Cleverlobe and Amy Brightower, two teenagers from Earth who transfer to Galaxy High, an intergalactic high school that is populated by aliens from all over the galaxy. Yeah, I did watch this as a kid. It's one of those, but it is one of those cartoons that you remember watching as a kid, but you just don't remember even existing for years and years. And then when YouTube came about and I saw the intro again, I was like, oh my god, I remember this cartoon. I completely forgot about it and stuff. But so yeah, and nobody talks about Galaxy High School. It is a very forgotten cartoon, but it's interesting. It was an interesting idea, I guess. I think it would make a good live-action movie now, kind of thing. If they brought up, but yeah, Galaxy High School. Kind of a weird one. Yeah, but the intro was really good for that as well. Yeah, that's my one, Galaxy High. And by the way, people, comments below, please. Let me know if you remember any of these, and let me know if we've missed any out, because obviously there's probably tons of forgotten 80s cartoons that even we have forgotten. So please comments below and let us know. What's your next one?
Now this one, again, you probably be expecting this one, and this one was very short-lived. Jayce and the Wheeled Warriors.
Okay.
September 16th, 1985 to December the 13th, 1985.
Oh dear.
That was very short-lived. And I remember having that. It's on VHS that I remember having it.
Yeah.
And it was just such a cool idea. Like, you know, this lad who's looking for his dad.
I'd never seen it. So
he's basically this lad. His father's gone missing, and there were these bad guys, and he went walking for his father with this group. Yeah. And they had like these really cool vehicles, but then these bad guys that were like plants, like walking plants, that could turn into vehicles as well.
Plant transformer.
Yeah, and it's like they morphed into like a machines, and I'll have to show you.
So it's like a cross between Day of the Triffids and Transformers.
Yeah, it's sort of. Let me show you the. Well, that's it. We'll probably have to do like a jump cut or something. But
no, if we show the intro, I'll show the intro here.
Right. And you'll see what I mean.
I think Jayce and the Wheeled Warriors. I'm sure that repeated years ago on Fox Kids. Like, I've got a vague memory of seeing an episode like when I was like 15, 16.
And it's very Japanese.
Turn the volume down a little bit on that as well. But the intro cartoon I do remember. Yeah, I do remember this.
But you see what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's kind of like a weird plant. You couldn't put it in any other decade, could you? That music is beautiful, I love it. Very 80s. Oh, it's got bright colours, lasers, oh, it's beautiful. But yeah, I never saw this as a kid.
No. I remember watching the first few episodes because it was on. I had it on VHS.
Yeah.
She looks very much like Penny from
Inspector Gadget.
Inspector Gadget.
Yes, a little bit, doesn't she? Music's brilliant though. Nah, that's brilliant.
So yeah,
that's
Jayce and the Wheel Warriors. So it only lasted for a couple of months and that was it then.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I know.
How many episodes were made? It must have been like
Wasn't many.
13, 14 maybe or something like that. Couldn't have been many, could it? But oh, that's really cool. I like that.
Let's have a cat run across your...
Yeah, there's always cats outside.
Let's have a quick look at how many episodes they were made. 65.
65? Okay. That's a lot. They had a lot of thought into this. 65 episodes.
That doesn't make any sense, because that does say September 1985 to December 1985.
Yeah.
Okay. It was released on Channel 4 in the UK.
Oh, fair enough. I don't know. Maybe someone in the comments below will shed some light on the reason it's 65 episodes, but it was so short. I don't know.
Maybe the Wikipedia must be wrong.
I don't know. Yeah, something happened.
Yeah.
Right. So, Jayce and the Wheel Warriors. So my next one is something. This one I actually thought was a 90s cartoon because I knew about it in the 90s on Nickelodeon. Yeah. But this is Rude Dog and the Dweebs.
That was one I was actually thinking of.
Yeah.
But I remember Rude Dog.
But I always thought it was a 90s cartoon. Yes. But it started in 1989, so December 1989, so it just makes 80s. But if you don't know about it, it says the series revolved around Rude Dog, who was actually a mascot created for the surf brand Sun Sportswear. Do you know that?
No.
He was as a mascot. A bull terrier that runs an auto shop where he is assisted by his gang of friends, the Dweebs.
I remember him having an eye patch, doesn't he? He has a patch, doesn't he, around his eye?
It's like just a different coloured eye. It's just like, it's very strange looking Rude Dog. Obviously you'll see a picture and stuff on this video. But I do remember what, like I said, it came out in 1989. I remember watching Rude Dog in mid-90s on Nickelodeon, and I really liked it, but a lot of people did not like this cartoon. It's bad. It got very bad ratings and stuff, but I've got a bit of a hot spot for it. I've got a bit of a soft spot for it. And yeah, I do like Rude Dog and the Dweebs, but like I said, it's not one people really talk about now. It was basically just a mascot that they just made a cartoon of.
Yeah.
But I like Rude Dog. I remember watching it quite a bit on Nickelodeon. But it just qualifies for an 80s cartoon.
Just.
So what have you got next?
Dogtanian.
Dogtanian. I've got vague memories of watching this. I think it was on ITV I watched this. Like CITV or something.
I think it was on BBC.
It might have been BBC, I can't remember. Because I
just remember this. Get this. Original air date, 1981.
Really?
Yeah. And up until 1982, and it was a French cartoon.
Okay.
I think it might be French Japanese.
I didn't know it was that early though. I thought it was later than that.
Yeah.
But the only thing I kind of remember is the intro. Didn't it? I don't remember the lyrics, but it wanted like bum bum dum 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 everybody.
Dogtanian and the Three Muskehounds.
But yeah, I do vaguely remember watching this as a kid. I didn't watch it a lot, but I do remember. I had a this is why I thought it was CITV, because I had like a soundtrack album thing called like Children's ITV or something like that, and it had the Sooty Show, and it had like loads of cartoon intros.
Okay.
Do you remember Supergram or something?
I don't remember Supergram.
It had like loads of intros for cartoons, so I'm sure Dogtanian was one of them, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Let's have a quick look now. Where it was by Spain and Japanese studio, Nippon Animation. Yeah, they also did Around the World with Willy the Fog. That was another one I was actually gonna. I was actually gonna write that one now, but I forgot to write down. Yeah, UK, BBC.
BBC. Fair enough. I was wrong. I think the music album thing I must have had was BBC children's thing or something.
I think Supergram was.
Yeah, I think that was BBC. Yeah.
BBC.
I had an album with intros. I used to love getting intro stuff. But Dogtanian, yeah, I do remember Dogtanian, but like I said, I didn't really watch it. It was just one if it was on.
Yeah. I think we were at that age where we don't really remember a lot of this stuff, do we? Not really.
But,
we were only being like 5 at the end of the 80s.
Yeah, but I'm sure when I watched it was early 90s, like 92, 93 or something like that. But Dogtanian, good one. My next one is Kishyfur. It ran 1987 to 1990. The plot is Kishyfur and his father Gus are two escaped circus bears that move to the swamps of Paddle County, and run a water taxi company. Because what else is an escaped circus bear supposed to do? He has no job skills. So yeah, I did watch this. I do remember this as a kid. Yeah, it's two escaped circus bears, a dad and his son, and they have a taxi company, and it's kind of weird, but yeah, I do actually properly remember watching this cartoon as a kid, and I kind of liked it. It was alright, it wasn't too bad. I don't know if you remember it at all.
No,
don't recognise that. But yeah, I did like it. Let's see the alligators there.
Actually, I do recognise the alligators.
Yeah, I knew, because they were good characters. I like them.
I recognise the alligators, but I don't
recognise the main characters.
No.
The alligators probably have more personality, I guess. But yeah, it was alright. It wasn't the best show, but I do remember watching it quite a bit as a kid, because like I said, the alligators are the ones that stuck in my mind the most, and the dad for some reason as well stuck in my mind a lot. But yeah, that's Kishyfur. Very forgotten 80s cartoon.
Definitely forgotten by me.
So what's your next one?
My next one is something that I was convinced was the 90s, and I thought there's absolutely no way this is going to be in the 80s, and I was a little bit disappointed at first. I thought, because I thought of it and I thought it's a great show. Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling.
Hulk Hogan. I knew you was going to do that one as well. That's why I didn't put it in my list. Yep, Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling.
And it was just, I was convinced it was 90s.
I thought it'd be like 87, 88 or something like that. I'd say 87. The height of Hulkamania, I'd say 87 maybe.
September 1985.
85, really? Yeah. God.
Yeah. So we were just a few months old when it was released.
I was expecting it a bit later than that, but 85, really.
I don't remember. I remember Rowdy Roddy Piper being the villain in it.
It was a weird show because it was there was hardly any wrestling in it. It was mostly wrestlers doing like day-to-day things, like Andre the Giant vacuuming up, and it was just weird.
I just always remember seeing like the outro or the one part of the intro where he's walking down a really busy street in a city going
proper Hulk way.
And that's all I really remember.
The intro is brilliant. I love that.
That's all I really remember. That is it. You know, the rest of the cats. I couldn't tell you about any of the episodes.
Oh no, I couldn't mention an episode.
And the cat's back again.
Oh, there's a cat walking back and forth. But yeah, Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling. Like I said, I slightly remember watching it, kind of, but not properly. But I've watched it since, and there's hardly any wrestling in it. Like I said, it's just wrestlers just doing mad things. Like Andre the Giant's in it, and you got all the other big ones from back then, and they're just doing stuff. It's just like you'd expect from rock and wrestling to be loads of wrestling, but yeah, and you got Roddy Piper as the bad guy kind of thing, and that's what I like about the 80s. You could make a cartoon out of anything in the 80s, and it kind of works, kind of thing. But yeah, I knew you was going to pick the Hulk Hogan cartoon. That's good, I like that. Right, my next one is one I do not remember at all. It might have been America only release, or you might remember it, but I haven't. When I saw it, I thought, it's definitely forgotten to me because I never knew this existed. It's a cartoon called SilverHawks. SilverHawks, original release 1986, September 1986 to December 1986. Bionic policeman commando Stargazer recruited the SilverHawks, heroes who are partly metal, partly real,
no, never
to fight the evil Monstar, an escaped alien mob boss who transforms into an enormous armor-plated creature with the aid of Limbo's Moonstar. There's loads of in the 80s it was very Star and very Tron and there's loads of things like that. But joining Monstar in his villainy is an intergalactic mob, the snake-like Yes Man, the blade-armed buzzsaw, the bull-headed mumbo-jumbo, weapon-controlled windhammer, shapeshifter, this is crazy, molecular, robotic card snake poker face, weapons-heavy hardware, and the musical madness of Melodia uses a guitar that fires musical notes. That sounds insane.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. I
never
kind of recognise the SilverHawks symbol.
Yeah.
But that's all. Maybe it was a toy line. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if it looks so 80s. Like ridiculous. If you could put 80s in a bottle of pure 80s, this would be kind of in there because it's very 80s looking. And well, I'll show you the intro on this video, probably in the corner somewhere. But yeah, SilverHawks. It could have been American release only. I don't know, but comments below. Let me know if you remember SilverHawks. But yeah, SilverHawks lost on me. I've never seen this at all. But yeah, definitely a lost, forgotten 80s cartoon.
Definitely forgotten about me. I don't think I even knew what it was.
And
so.
the intro I read it horribly, but that's the way it just sounds mental. And yeah, there's a guitar in it. That sounds kind of cool.
Guitar.
So what's your next one?
Star Wars Droids.
Droids, that's a good one.
I do definitely remember. I remember being very, very young and I lived in Longside, and I remember going around to someone's house and he had droids on. And I didn't really know what Star Wars was at the time. I didn't really know what droids was, but I do remember this one episode. Not very, 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 very vague, but I think they were in a land speeder and they were speeding across the desert. That's all I remember because I remember seeing it for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I switched off. I just remember, like, I remember having, not long after, you gave me the VHS.
Yeah, I did.
And I loved it and I watched quite a few episodes and there was quite a few episodes on that, and then they've not actually released it on DVD.
No.
I've got Droids on DVD, but it's only like 2 like special episodes where like an hour long, but they've not actually released the actual series.
Yeah, but I did used to watch Droids as a kid, and yeah, it's one of those ones like you said, it's got like a vague memory of it because I did watch it. I do remember because I had the VHS like I gave to you, and I've got just like vague memories of it and stuff. But I'm sure I liked it.
That ran from September
Can't be long.
1985 to June 1986.
Because there's another, I don't know if you got on a list, so I'm not going to mention what it's called, but there's another Star Wars cartoon. Did you put
I didn't put it on.
Okay, Ewoks was another one that's kind of lost. I haven't got it on my list either, but that's one I had on VH as well, and I think that did a lot better than Droids. Even though it was kind of different, and it was kind of a weird one with that because it was magic in Ewoks. But I don't know if because it's obviously in the Star Wars universe, so is the magic actually the Force, and they just call it magic, or is there actually magic in the Star Wars universe? Because they use magic, so if it's not magic, it's actually Force, and they call it magic, that means Ewoks can use the Force.
Don't forget, none of that's canon anymore.
None of it's canon anymore, but
not canon.
and there was a weird stone in Ewoks as well, but we're not mentioning Ewoks. Yeah, Droids, yeah.
Droids.
I do remember Droids, I had it on VHS and everything, and I can't even remember if it was good or not. I cannot remember if it was good. It must have been alright.
Yeah.
But, I don't know if that was my introduction to Star Wars or not, though. I think Ewoks was my introduction to Star Wars universe. It's a good way to get introduced to little bears. Yeah, so Droids. Good
Droids.
Yeah. I like that. So my number 9 is another one that I kind of got a very, very vague, but I don't think I did watch this. It might have been a rerun, or maybe there was a toy line, I don't know. But this is Thundarr the Barbarian.
That sounds familiar.
1980 to 1982. And Steve, before you do this, I need to read. Do you know, like in He-Man, it's got the beginning. It goes, my name is Adam.
Yeah.
It's got like a talking intro.
Okay.
I want to do the talking intro for Thundarr the Barbarian.
Go on.
I'll probably mess it up a bit because I'm not very good at reading stuff out, but it's beautiful. Just reading this made me want to see the cartoon. The year 1994. From outer space comes a runaway planet, hurtling between the Earth and the Moon, unleashing cosmic destruction. Man's civilization is cast in ruin. 2,000 years later, Earth is reborn. A strange new world rises from the old, a world of savagery, super science and sorcery. But one man bursts his bonds to fight for justice. With his companions Ukla the Mock and Princess Ariel, he pits his strength, his courage and his fabulous sun sword against the forces of evil. He is Thundarr the Barbarian. That sounds epic. It's 1994, everything gets blown up, 2,000 years later. So it's He-Man based in the future. So it's like a barbarian. It's like He-Man / Mad Max.
Yeah.
In a way. And that sounds beautiful. It sounds amazing. And
I don't actually remember that. You can tell it's a Hanna-Barbera animation though, can't you?
I think it is, yeah. It looks very, very like that, yeah. It looks like, well, when I saw it, it said 1980 to 1982, I thought, that's 70s. That's got to be 70s. But no, just out of the 70s, that.
Just that.
But it's just that intro bit. It proper cracks me up because it sounds brilliant. It's 21 episodes, 2 seasons, I think, and Thundarr the Barbarian.
Thundarr.
It
Ruby Spears Production. Yeah, was formed by former Hanna-Barbera hand
that's why I
writers.
got that certain look about
style.
it.
Yeah.
I do like that style as well.
Yeah. So yeah.
We have Thundarr the Barbarian. It's just that intro alone. It's quite beautiful. So we'll have to check this out. And like I said, comments below. Let me know if you remember any of these. Have you got any more?
Yeah, I've got 2 more.
2 more. Right, go on.
The California Raisins show.
That had a cartoon.
Yeah.
I did not know.
Yeah.
Really? I did not know, because they were just adverts, weren't they? For wasn't for Raisins, was it? What were the adverts for?
It was for 8.
Okay, but I did not know the California Raisins had an actual cartoon series. Oh god, there it is.
I won't play it too loud, but here's the intro.
So I remember the little advert things. Did you watch this? What happened in the episodes? Because all they do is sing.
I think it was like them doing like getting ready to go on gigs and stuff like that, and then things would go wrong, and they had to like.
So when was this released?
This was released in 1989, September 1989 to December 1989.
I can't believe this exists. Yeah, that's that's interesting. But I never watched this. I don't recognise it.
And I think
a single bit at all.
I think the actual animate. I don't think it was animated though.
What do you mean? What was it like? The clay animation, like in the adverts?
I think so.
So why did they have a cartoon intro? I'll have to research that a bit more.
I don't know. Yeah.
Because it'd be weird if they had a cartoon intro yet it wasn't a cartoon or something.
Oh, it might actually have been. Let me have a quick look on Wikipedia.
Okay.
Ah, sugar.
But yeah, I don't remember this. While you're doing that, do you want me to tell you another? It's not on the list, but another cartoon I did not know existed till I started researching this.
Go on.
Is what's he called now? You know Gary Oldman. Is it
Yeah.
Gary Oldman, the little midget?
Yeah.
He has the word midget. The small guy, the little small guy. We were talking about Willis. He had his own cartoon series as well, where he played an angel trying to get back his wings.
That sounds quite familiar.
Really?
Yeah.
It was strange. It came on like the early 80s when he was at his peak of popularity. Different Strokes he was on, wasn't it? That was
Yeah, Different Strokes.
But yeah, he played an angel trying to get basically a dead kid trying to earn his wings. That's unusual.
Oh, that might have been something different. I think it might have been like a 90s show where it was a lad who knew an angel.
You don't think of a teen angel on Disney Channel, are you?
That might be what I thought about.
So was it a cartoon then? Oh, it was a cartoon, there we go. it's very weird looking. But yeah, that's
the
California Raisins. So, so go on, what are you
So my final one.
Oh, you're going to do final one, okay.
This is my final one. This is one that you definitely didn't know about. In fact, you don't remember, but then I've shown you it and I've shown you the toys and you're like, oh, we've got to get them. Dino-Riders.
Dino-Riders, yeah.
Dino-Riders.
See, the toys, I remember, because I had one of the toys.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it was a cartoon though. I didn't know it was based on I thought it was just a toy line. So, because I remember the toy that I had was like a Velociraptor with like armour on it.
Yeah.
And there was a little guy with like pincer teeth, like a bug guy.
Yes.
I had that, but I did not know there was a cartoon of it.
That ran from October 1988 to December 1988.
Okay, so it was quite short. I thought that was 90s Dino-Riders.
I thought as well, but then I looked it up and it was definitely.
Wow, okay.
So it was, it was just basically a show about, I think it was like these humans crash land on a planet that's got dinosaurs on it, and then these aliens are following as well, and they've crashed on it as well, and they start using dinosaurs as weapons, sort of thing.
Bloody humans.
Well, and the aliens as well. I think it's actually aliens who start it,
Oh, fair enough.
and they use carnivores, and the humans use herbivores.
Ah, okay. But
Sorry, I'll have some there. And I think another honourable mention, especially because the intro is awesome, but I actually watched some of the episodes recently and I got quite bored of it, but the intro is still awesome. Defenders of the Earth.
Defenders of the Earth.
Defenders!
Defenders of the Earth's ace, yeah. Another one I thought was 90s when I was a kid Because I watched it in the 90s
Yes,
as a kid. I'm pretty sure that's 87, 88. Maybe
definitely
even lower.
is. Because
Defense of the Earth's a good one.
I remember living in Longsight at the time. 1986, yeah.
There we go.
I'm going to have to get the lyrics. I'm going to sing it. Only because I just want to... right, I apologise.
There we go.
Defenders
Before
of the
my
Earth.
final one, we've got the Defenders. Right, go on.
Defenders of the Earth. Defenders. Out of the sky, his rockets ignite. Jets into battle. Run, flash faster than light.
I can't remember. Flash Gordon.
Defenders of the Earth. Lord of the jungle, the hero who stalks. The beast calls him brother. The ghost who walks. Defenders of the Earth.
Defenders.
Master of magic spells and illusion. Enemies crumble in fear and confusion. Defenders of the Earth.
Defenders.
His strength as a legend, his skill conquers all. Armed of his powers, we never will fall. Thor. I had to do it on
How did you do that?
Defenders of the Earth.
Defenders.
With our new young heroes, providing their worth for becoming. Defending the Earth. Defenders of the Earth. I just love it. I love it every time.
It is amazing.
I would think of Defenders of the Earth, I have to sing the
I remember
lyrics.
VHS of that, and the intro is just...
Yeah.
I don't remember anything of the actual TV show. Just the intro was amazing.
I know Ming the Merciless was like the bad guy.
Yeah. There's loads of cartoons like that back then, where the intro is like, oh my god, there's such good... And then the cartoon starts like, I'll change the channel.
Yeah.
But, right, my final one is Chuck Norris Karate Commandos.
Wow.
Was it the best or last?
No.
That's 1986 that came out. This fictionalised version of Norris is a United States government operative with a team of radically diverse warriors known as the Karate Commandos. Together they fight against the organisation Vulture, and it says here, it was never revealed what Vulture was short for, led by the Claw with his right-hand man, Super Ninja. Great name for a villain, Super Ninja. He's not just a ninja.
Mr. President.
Super Ninja.
Vulture invading. Get the karate squad onto it. Yeah.
But, so that Chuck Norris Karate Commandos. I didn't know, like I said, another one I didn't know existed until I researched it for this show. And Chuck Norris had a cartoon.
Chuck Norris.
I saw the intro, it looks weird. It doesn't look as weird as the Mr. T with his children gymnasts. But yeah, Chuck Norris cartoon. And I can't think of any other honourable mentions though, because we did a few. Like Defenders of the Earth and all that. But please, comments below, let me know if you remember any of these, let me know if we've sparked any nostalgia memories for you, and please let us know if we've missed any out, because I'm sure there are lots of forgotten 80s cartoons that we have literally forgotten, we couldn't even find when researching for this show. So, it's been a long episode, it went longer than I thought it would, but hopefully you all enjoyed the show, and thanks for watching, I really appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next video. See you soon.
Bye.